What's good, everybody? Welcome to KJ Studio. What's good, everybody? Welcome to KJ Studios. It's your boy Jay.
It's your girl Kiya.
And today we got a review for you. We had the season finale of what?
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
We gonna tell you what we think.
So as you guys know, this Friday, this was the season finale.
Kind of caught me off guard. I thought we was gonna have a couple more episodes. I thought we was gonna have.
I thought we were too. I thought we at least gonna have like one more.
But I'm glad they didn't drag it. I'm kind of glad they didn't drag it.
No,
they got to the point. They got to the point.
They did. So it was the season finale of Falcon and Winter Soldier.
The Falcon.
And we're gonna tell y'all, this is our little review, and also we have an announcement because Captain America
is dead.
No. Oh my God. Captain America 4. No, wait. Captain America 4 was confirmed. So we're going to get a Captain America movie.
Woo! This is also a breaking news video, you all.
So at the end of the...
surprised you.
Y'all know we'll put timestamps. So we'll definitely talk about that after we do our review. But right now we're going to do our review first. So let's get into it.
Alright, so Falcon and the Winter Soldier on Disney Plus. I said DC Plus. Ugh.
Pathetic.
Yeah, DC is quite pathetic. IMDb has it rated 7.8 out of 10. Surprised about that. I was thinking it would be higher. Rotten Tomatoes has 87 out of 100%. That's pretty good. I was thinking that it would still be just a tad bit higher though. Maybe like push like an 89, 90. And 92% of Google users like this TV show.
So it's a pretty good hit. It's a hit. People like it.
It's of course, Marvel made it.
So what did you think about the last episode?
Man.
That was interesting.
It was it had all of every emotion that you could possibly feel when watching a movie. Throughout the whole course of a movie, we got in one episode.
Yep.
You felt every emotion possible.
Especially
even that last, like, usually I get pretty like cringe when like they have like one of those inspiring speeches.
Yeah.
But I have to give all kinds of credit to Anthony Mackie.
Yeah.
All 100% kudos to you, because he was able to do something in a monologue that many actors can't do without a cringe-worthy reaction. And instead of, you know, offering up this highly emotional yet serious and almost inspirational monologue, it felt more like a Martin Luther King speech or a Malcolm X speech than it did a monologue written by a random script person, where it's like, we need to stand together and we need to become a team. And you know how, like I'm pretty sure most of you guys who watched that just cringed. Where it's like, we need to band together and be a team so we can win this.
It was a very proud moment.
It was a moment for me in particular where I was watching it and my eyes were glued to the screen. I was hanging on every word. Yeah. And I was like, this not only pertains to the show, but it's touching on so many issues in real life as well, especially with what minorities deal with. Where he's like, listen, now you're seeing what we have been dealing with this whole time. He like, and that's and sort of and in a way it's reaching outside of the show into real life, because it's like, okay, these people who are deciding the fates of us don't know what it's like to be us. Exactly. Right? So it sort of made you like really, like I said, it makes you feel. It wasn't, and that's why I give so much credit to Anthony Mackie, aka Sam Wilson, aka the Falcon, or the new Captain America, right? The real Captain America. Right, Black Captain America, as he's called, or Black Falcon. Yeah. It makes me excited for Anthony Mackie in the future, because even like I said, even Chris Evans couldn't do this. When we heard those Chris Evans monologues, it was like, ugh. Those Captain America monologues was like, ugh. Okay, here he goes again talking about justice, right? Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But when Anthony Mackie was speaking, it was like, wow, this is special.
Yeah,
it was a special moment.
I was like, yeah, and at that moment, it's kind of like, yeah, that's Captain America right there. Like, that's somebody that you would want to have in your corner.
We're gonna do our best not to drop spoilers, not to drop too many spoilers, but really just to give our review on it.
Yeah,
it was brought to light that some people don't get the same release dates. And also a lot of credit to Erin Kellyman, known as Karli Morgenthau.
Yeah, she did a great job.
She did an amazing job playing that part. And she wasn't a villain that you outright hate. She was a villain that was like, okay, hold up. But she was the perfect amount of savage. And she really shows what revolutionaries look like from this generation.
Right, exactly.
Because if we're being honest from a millennial standpoint, this is how a millennial would lead a revolution.
Yeah, I agree.
And she showed every bit of not only maturity, but also will and strength. And even though her efforts were misguided,
right?
That's really it embodies the millennial idea of what a revolutionary is. But she also still embodied a lot of what we saw in the past from revolutionaries.
She was definitely one of my. I actually enjoyed her in the show. Honestly, I feel like she was relatable.
When she's shot, you almost forget she's a villain,
right?
Because we saw her vulnerabilities throughout
the series,
throughout the
season,
especially with that part where Sam Wilson when they were talking. And fake Captain America, fake Cap, also known as U.S. Agent now. U.S. Agent came in and sort of jacked up the whole thing.
Because we all know that Sam obviously knew that she's young, and that obviously you make mistakes, so you don't always, see like the full picture sometimes. So I think he understood that she was at that place where she wasn't far gone as far as like being able to like her to
change her
idea,
change her idea on how to make a change.
Right. So I think he still believed her in her that way, and I think she also understood that as well. So even though they're kind of like, I want to say clash, you know what I'm saying? I feel like in a way that she had a certain level of like, I guess like trust.
And also in a way, he helped her cause. Yeah. He just showed if she was still alive, she would have seen that he did it a different way. That that there was a better way.
Right.
Because she didn't see that there was a better way besides for killing the people who are trying to enact this. If we kill the people that are trying to enact this, we can slow it down or stop it. Even though what she did didn't go according to plan, Sam Wilson still in a way finished what she started. Right. And say that because he saved the people and then he changed the people's idea. But in a way, they were working together without working together. I'm also glad that they went back into Isaiah Bradley, brought a whole different depth, and they sort of rounded out his storyline. For those who don't know, Isaiah Bradley was the first black super soldier, where he was a part of the military, and it basically forced them into testing. So they're testing super soldier serum. And he was the ones who survived, and they were using these super soldiers in battles and different things like that. And after they were finished with him, he was the last one left, and they were testing on him from that point. But someone inside declared him dead, and he was able to escape from that point. Right. So they added a whole different depth and respect for that character that I don't believe that black heroes get as often as they should. And I'm glad that they did that and gave him his respect and gave him his props at the end of that, especially from Anthony Mackie, who's a black man, or Sam Wilson to Isaiah Bradley, brother to brother, or black man to black man, as a sort of level of respect that I'm glad those characters finally got. Right.
It was honestly a very, very touching in that way. This is hard to explain. When you see it, it's kind of like you feel that like that emotion. So when I saw that, I was just like, wow, like this is.
They did an awesome job bringing everything full circle and actually making you feel something when those scenes came up. And that's what made this episode. That's what made this particular episode extremely special. Is that it's classic Marvel, where they take one idea and they spin it, and it's crazy. Like I don't want to reveal too much, but the plot twist in this episode was crazy. Where we thought in episode 5 we're gonna get a certain villain for this episode, and they completely spun it. And it's like, oh, hold up. So this person's actually the villain. They put a big enough plot twist to have you extremely excited for either next season or the next movie that's coming. Right. It makes you extremely excited for it. And it makes me even happier that they've made Falcon the new.
Yeah, and seeing him in action was actually like really. I was like, wow, he's really handling that shield. Like,
now I wasn't a huge fan. I felt like the suit was just a little bit too bulky. But at the end of the day, we know Anthony Mackie put on a good amount of weight to play this part. So he's a pretty buff dude. I just think that the suit could have been like a little bit sleeker. At the same time, I like the suit. I like the suit a lot.
I mean, I knew he was gonna go after the girl, but I was expecting him to go after Falcon and Winter Soldier. So I was expecting to see him, but I was expecting him to kind of come for everybody at that point. So when he didn't, I was kind of like, okay, so that's shocking because I was like, he's for sure gonna go after Falcon and Winter Soldier, like for sure. So I thought he was gonna come in there and kind of mess things up between like the whole operation. You know what I'm saying?
I still think he's going to be a problem for them in the future.
He might be, yeah.
And the reason why is because he's getting his orders from the U.S. government. Mm-hmm. And you know the U.S. government be doing some stuff in the future.
Yeah, I guess like what was unclear for me is what made him, like what caused for, I mean, you kind of seen a switch when you saw the truck was about to go down. Like he had to,
I think that sort of protect the American people part came back,
yeah.
Where it's like, okay, this is my ultimate duty. Yeah. Captain America 4 confirmed.
And it's a great thing because I feel like with this series, what's going on so far with Falcon and Winter Soldier is perfect. They're leaving a lot of room and space to go into this movie, so I feel like they're doing a great job as far as that's concerned. I do have a little bit of information on it. It was confirmed that they are working on it. But what we do know now is that the head writer and creator of Disney Plus and Falcon and Winter Soldier is developing the 4th Cap movie. So you already know it's going to be good. So
I mean, that just shows how big of a hit this last episode was, to where they were like, you know what, we can do a movie off of this.
Right.
And I'm excited for Anthony Mackie. Mm-hmm. Because this is really Anthony Mackie's first time being a leading man in the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
And it went so well. Mm-hmm. And now we're getting to see him really push forward to the big screen now, which I'm excited for because he deserves it.
Yeah, I agree.
And this is really also, in the same token, this is going to be as exciting for other black fans of Marvel Universe as it was for Black Panther. Mm-hmm. Because losing Chadwick Boseman was huge. Yeah. It was huge for us. Mm-hmm. Because it's like, wow, this is really... And Chadwick will and always will be our first pride in Marvel. Mm-hmm. He will always be that first step where it's like, wow, he will always be Black Panther, whether he's replaced or not. Mm-hmm. He'll always be that guy. But after losing him, it's like, well, dang, like,
right.
And Anthony Mackie, especially after that last monologue scene that we see in Falcon and Winter Soldier, we're seeing that. I'm like, okay, he can take up that mantle. I'm excited that Anthony Mackie gets to be that guy, and he's shown in this show that he has the ability and the chops to do it.
Yeah, I'm all for it. There's also no director attached to this right yet, so it's still pretty fresh. They don't have a director for it yet. Mm-hmm. There has not been any casting for it either. But they have said that the storyline, there's so much that they can do with it because of how the season ended, that there's so much that they could do with the movie. Mm-hmm. So that's a good thing. They have a lot of different directions that they can end up going into. What we do know is that most likely we will have Sam Wilson as the Captain America in that movie. So that's really, really good. We're excited about that. And so I feel like that's perfect. And the fact that one season can like bring them to realize that they need to make a movie on it, that says a lot. It has been nice seeing Bucky and Sam become friends as well, because they're really butting heads.
They're not friends. They made it clear they're not friends. They're partners.
I mean, but they look like friends to me in the last scene. It's been nice though seeing them develop though, as
I like
evolving from what they were before to now. So it's been a nice. I feel like they've developed the two characters very well.
And it was smooth. It didn't feel too fast.
Not rushed at all. Yeah, they did a really great job with that. We rated this. I think we rated the series early on, but like we're gonna do the ratings now at the end of the season. I rated a 9. You can't rate a 10. By the way, rating.
That's what I'm saying. It's hard because I'm a tough grader.
Ding, 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 ding.
I could give it a 9 for the slow start, but even in the slow start, it was still good.
It was
even
good.
With the
That's
slow
what I'm
start.
saying. Like for me, I personally enjoyed it.
And WandaVision had a slow start.
Yeah.
Well, I'll give it a 9. And here's why. Because there's a lot of holes with Cap going back in time. I'm not seeing too much of a ripple effect in the future. That's why. There's a lot of questions concerning the impact that Steve Rogers might have had on the past that I don't understand yet. So I'll give it a 9 for that reason. So we have an 18 out of 20.
Alright guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you follow our social medias.
Hit the like buttons for the algorithmics.
Comment if you're a new subscriber so we can shout you out in a future video. And we will see you guys next time.